The CEO reported last month's market profits
increased by 2%.
next month.
We expect to increase market share.
The CEO is on the phone.
Welcome, Director Mew. Director Mew.
Do you have any comments on winning this award?
Director Mew.
Do you have any other filming plans coming up?
Sorry about that.
Mr. Cheng Ming and Miss Yi Yi.
Congratulations.
Mr. Chengming, Miss Yi Yi has been found.
Report to the third young master.
Where is my sister?
Where is my sister? Where is my sister?
Miss E is in South City. She's getting married today. She's about to get married. Pause the meeting.
Pause the competition. Cancel all announcements and pause the awards.
I need to bring my sister home. Notify everyone. Prepare a multi-million-dollar dowry for my sister.
Congratulations.
Please come inside.
Congratulations.
You've given so much for Cheng Ming. Today, your dream finally comes true. That Cheng Ming has no house, no car, no savings. If it weren't for you running a stall, he wouldn't have been able to afford his studies. Luckily, he didn't let you down. Otherwise, I'd show him a thing or two.
All right. As long as he treats me well in the future, it's all worth it. Time is running out. Let's go.
TAO.
Report to the CEO.
The multi-million-dollar dowry is ready.
We're heading out to add to the dowry for my sister.
Yes.
If my brothers find out, they'll surely bless me too.
From today, you're the daughter-in-law of the Cheng family. Once you enter our family, you must follow our rules, respect the elders, listen to your husband. And that belly of yours better give us at least 3 kids. This is your bride price money. Such bad manners. Not even a call to mom. I guess you don't want the bride price.
I didn't think it through.
Mom.
Change the way you address. You need to serve tea. Don't you know even this basic rule?
This.
Is it necessary to start setting rules now? The wedding hasn't even happened yet.
No manners. Really, what kind of people make what kind of friends? No family upbringing at all.
Smile and let it go. Mom, look, there's no tea on the stage. After the wedding ends, I'll personally make you some. How about that?
No tea. If there's no tea, then kneel and receive it.
You're going too far.
Smile, don't act impulsively.
Yi Yi is clearly trying to embarrass you in front of everyone.
Today is a happy day. It's not good to make things awkward. I can take a little humiliation. Mom.
That's more like it.
Mom, we agreed on a bride price of $6,000. Why is it only $600?
$600.
$600 is so little.
Did you take the wrong amount?
$600. With $600, you want to marry a wife and expect her to give you 3 kids. Are you kidding? My gift money is more than this $600.
None of your business. $600 or $6,000. Once you're married into our family, it's our family's money. It's just a formality. You're not even married yet, and you're already asking for money. Is there a bride like you?
Do you have any shame? Back when Cheng Ming was pursuing his studies, Yi worked hard day and night running a stall for him. Now, you can't even afford $6,000 for a wedding. How embarrassing.
Only giving $600 as a bride price is too stingy.
Yes, it's humiliating.
Our family matters are none of your business. I ask you today, are you going to embarrass me in front of everyone?
Cheng Ming, I don't care what others say. I just want to ask you. Is this $600 your idea?
There's no need to get upset over this small matter. Let's forget it.
The bride price represents how much your family values me. And you tell me to forget it.
My mom worked so hard to organize our wedding. Can't you understand her for just this little thing?
So even you think I'm only worth this $600 bride price?
I've found a job. I promise you, once I'm successful, I'll marry you. I'll give you the best of everything in this world.
Our Cheng Ming is willing to marry you. You should be grateful, not satisfied.
I don't want this $600 bride price.
You've gone too far. Are you going to embarrass our Cheng family in front of everyone? Pick up the money and apologize to me.
What did I do wrong? Why should I apologize? I can't match up to your Cheng family.
You're just a poor girl running a night market stall. And my son is a master's graduate, young and already working at Heng Yuan Group. He's about to become an executive there. His future is bright. You're not worthy of him.
Without our Yi, Cheng Ming wouldn't be where he is today. Now you're starting to look down on the poor and favor the rich. What were you doing before?
Enough.
Mu Today is our big day. Do you have to go against my mom?
Clearly, you broke your promises first. Yi is just fighting for her rights. What's wrong with that?
Cheng Ming, I can compromise on other things, but on this matter, I won't back down.
What if you don't back down? My son is so outstanding. There are plenty of girls who want to marry him.
Fine. In that case, I won't marry him.
With your poor appearance, you're not worthy of Cheng Ming.
Reporting the latest news to the three young masters, the eldest young lady's fiancé is only willing to offer her $600 as a dowry, and he's even planning to call off the engagement.
My own younger sister, Vivian Garcia, he actually dares to mess with her?
That punk must have a death wish.
Hey, calm down. Go handle it.
Yes, sir.
Girls like you, broke nobodies hustling at the night market, are just not worthy.
It's you. She's the eldest daughter of the Song family, Song Yue.
Whoever marries her is basically hitting the jackpot, set for life. You've got no family background, no connections.
With your kind of background,
You can't help Charlie Roberts at all. But I can support him in his career. Even bring in billion-dollar deals from the Mu Group. Only I deserve to stand by his side.
Actually, I'm...
You useless piece of trash. Bottom of the barrel. And you still dare to break off the engagement with my son. Let's see who would ever want to marry you now.
Who says she has to get married? My Vivian Garcia has plenty of guys lining up to be her husband.
Sis,
Big brother.
Could the mu group be the same mu group I'm thinking of? No way, what are the odds?
Sis, something this important, and you didn't even tell us? Are you planning to stop acknowledging us as your brothers or what?
Big brother. What are you guys doing here?
It's your wedding, of course we had to come.
Second brother. Third brother.
Vivian Garcia, right in front of your husband, flirting with a bunch of guys. You really take the cake.
if we hadn't shown up, I never would have known the one bullying my sister was you, you bastard.
Who are you calling a bastard?
I'm talking about you.
Vivian Garcia. I actually thought you were loyal to Charlie Roberts, but turns out you've been fooling around with these random guys behind his back. You really have no shame.
Exactly. What kind of real brother acts like this? Sounds more like a lover than a brother to me.
What nonsense are you spouting? He's my real brother.
Alright, Vivian Garcia. Remember this. It's not that you're refusing to marry me today. It's that I don't want you.
You think you're good enough to marry my little sister? Princess, please make your choice. These 10 male models look way better than you. Their bodies are better than yours. Their degrees are higher than yours. My little sister can pick whichever one she wants. Big bro. You gotta admit, our third brother is killing it in showbiz. Seriously impressive.
This is just ridiculous.
Look at that face, that body. Vivian, are these really your brothers?
Yeah.
These are actually male models.
Right? I have no idea either.
What's Vivian Garcia trying to pull now?
Do you not understand plain English? My brother means you're not even as good as a male model.
Vivian Garcia. Do you really think bringing in these extras puts you in control?
Vivian Garcia. Can't believe you've sunk this low. So what if you hired 10 male models? Once I land that billion-dollar contract with Garcia Corp, I'll be an executive at Everbright Group. The future's limitless for me. Don't come crying when I'm gone.
Everbright Group, that's one of the top 10 companies in South City.
Cheng Ming's so young, and already an exec. Sky's the limit for him.
Everbright Group? Never heard of it.
The CEO is always trying to work with us, but we keep turning them down. For lack of experience. Oh.
You're saying you'll get Garcia Corp's contract?
That's right. Vivian Garcia. If you get down on your knees and beg for my forgiveness now, I'll let your past slide.
Screw you. With your little cuteness, you think you're even worthy.
I'm canceling your billion-dollar contract right now. I'm canceling your billion-dollar contract right now.
Who is this guy anyway? How does he have so much say at Garcia Corp?
Could he be the CEO of Garcia Corp?
Who do you think you are? You think you can just cancel a Garcia Corp contract?
If you're gonna fake it, at least make it believable. What CEO of Garcia Corp? I'm telling you. Vivian Garcia just hired a bunch of extras. Nice acting, though. Don't let them fool you.
My big bro's always low-key. He doesn't like to show his face. You guys wouldn't know him. But I've been in entertainment for years. You must know me, right? Wait.
Isn't he Musayan, the director who won the Golden Eagle Award?
Are they really Garcia family members? Vivian Garcia, I gotta admit, you did your homework. These actors really do look the part. Too bad I grew up with the Garcia boys. They're definitely not the real deal.
Why are you barking like a dog? You're not even fit to watch our front gate. What makes you think you grew up with us?
You.
Vivian. Are they real or not?
If you don't believe me, I'll call my dad right now. And we'll see who's telling the truth. Hey Dad. Is there really a Garcia daughter?
What daughter? I've never met her.
You all heard that. There's no such thing as a Garcia daughter.
Where are you? I'm coming over now.
You all heard that. My dad's on his way.
Maybe they really are fakes.
Who's your dad?
My dad's an executive at Garcia Corp. Mew's right-hand man, Song Tao.
Watch your mouth, offend Mr. Moo, not just you. Even your dad would get kicked out of Garcia Corp.
You fakes dare to scam people here.
Fine. Even if you don't believe us, you can't fake real power. Show them.
To celebrate Miss Garcia's wedding, the CEO is gifting her a dowry worth billions. The third Garcia son is giving Miss Garcia a global unlimited black card, transfer papers for Garcia Corp shares, 10 limited edition supercars from around the world, 10 luxury villas, a pair of emerald bracelets from the old mine, and a bunch of other jewelry. The Garcia family really goes all out. All this dowry together must be worth billions.
Well, you can't fake financial power.
You guys really commit to the act. Even brought props.
Global black card. Limited edition supercars. You really are street vendors. These car keys must have just come
From the shop.
I think you guys just won't quit till you hit rock bottom. Cancel the billion-dollar contract between Garcia Corp and Everbright Group right now.
This is ridiculous. That billion-dollar contract was signed by Garcia Corp's director Song himself. Who are you two? Just cancel it.
I'm the CEO of Garcia Corp. You wanna talk qualifications? I'm canceling all contracts between Everbright Group and Garcia Corp right now.
Still faking it, let me tell you. Even my dad needs an assistant to see Mr. Mew. How could you possibly have Mr. Mew's number?
How much did Vivian Garcia pay you guys to act so hard for her?
Just wait.
You'll see soon enough.
I bet when the real Garcia CEO shows up, you guys are gonna regret everything.
What? Garcia Corp cancelled our contract? Vivian, what's going on?
Scared now. Huh.
Cheng Ming, don't panic. It's probably a mistake. My dad will be here soon.
Don't get cocky. Once my father-in-law gets here, he'll crush you all like ants.
I'm standing right here today. Let's see who can crush me.
Hey, male models. Why are you just standing there? Get my little sis a seat. Let's go, everyone.
Just wait till my dad gets here. He'll expose who you really are. By then, each and every one of you will be begging on your knees for forgiveness.
Vivian Garcia. Considering all the years we've known each other, if you get down on your knees and apologize to me now, maybe I'll let you keep a little dignity. Otherwise, once Mr. Song arrives, I can't guarantee you'll even make it out that door.
Let's see who ends up kneeling and apologizing. We'll just have to wait and see.
I'd like to see who dares to make my daughter kneel and apologize. I'd like to see who dares to make my daughter kneel and apologize.
Dad, these people are pretending to be the third son of the Mew family. And they bullied your daughter.
Sweetheart, don't worry. I've got your back. Just watch how I deal with them in a minute.
Chairman Song. These people are out of control. They actually dared to impersonate Mr. Moo. You have to teach them a lesson.
Song Dao, open your eyes and take a good look. Do you know who he is?
Mew. Mr. Mew. What are you doing here?
Why shouldn't I be here? Song Tao. You sure are bold.
This. Aren't they just putting on a show? How did this?
You troublemaker. How could you even offend Mr. Mew? Are you trying to get the whole family killed?
Dad, why did you hit me?
Mr. Mew. My daughter didn't recognize you. She offended you. Please let her go. I promise. I'll make sure to teach her a lesson when we get home. Please don't take it to heart.
I'm not the one you should be begging.
Your daughter ruined my sister's wedding and stole her fiancé. You think it's just going to end like this?
Huh? Miss. I apologize on behalf of my daughter. Why aren't you coming over? Get over here and kneel. Apologize.
Bro. I don't want to see them anymore.
Spread the word. Starting today, Song Tao is expelled from Mu Corporation.
Song Tao.
And Son Yue are never allowed back in South City.
Yes, sir.
No, no.
Miss Mew. I was wrong, Miss Mew.
Vivian. It was all just a misunderstanding.
After all these years together.
I still love you.
Yeah, Vivian, we're all family, aren't we?
When did you ever treat me like family?
Vivian, don't fall for their tricks. They're just after your money.
Vivian. For the sake of all the years we've been together, just give me one more chance. I promise, I'll treat you right from now on.
Let go. I said let go. Didn't you hear me?
How can you still be begging my sister?
Forget it.
Vivian. So you do still care about me?
Someone like isn't even worth dirtying my brother's hands. Chen Ming. Our engagement is off. From today on, we have nothing to do with each other.
Vivian.
Vivian, you can't do this to me. Vivian, have you forgotten all the years we spent together?
Notify every company in South City. Chen Ming is blacklisted, effective immediately.
Yes. Congratulations on coming home, little sis. Welcome home.
Little sis, big bro got you a present. See if you like it.
I love it.
Me too.
Me too, me too. I have one. Check out mine first. Come take a look.
Thanks, guys.
We your brothers. No need to be so polite. Yeah.
Little sis, so, what's your plan now?
How about joining the entertainment industry? Be my leading lady. I'll make you a superstar. Oh, please. That business is a mess. You know that better than anyone, don't you? Or maybe, why not learn boxing? With me. Knock out all those losers. Bam bam bam.
Is fighting really the best thing for a girl? Little sis. You should learn management with me. Take over the company someday.
Hey, listen to me. You need to come learn boxing with me. You know? Trust me. Go be a superstar. You should learn boxing. Go be a superstar. You need to learn boxing with me.
Got it?
Hey, be my movie star.
Little sis, just come work at the company.
Hey, be my movie star. No, no, no. You have to learn boxing.
I'm telling you.
Forget being a superstar.
You really need to learn boxing.
Listen to your brother.
Listen to me, little sis. Little sis, who are you picking?
Give me a break, guys. Actually, I already found a job. I'm starting
Tomorrow. What?
You guys, look.
Ah.
Young lady.
Little sis, little sis. Little sis. Let us take you to work.
Yeah, riding that old scooter is way too risky.
No way. If my coworkers find out I'm the Martin heiress, how am I supposed to work like a normal person?
Then just come work at the family company. Big bro will set you up with the fanciest office.
Big bro, I know you care about me, but I just want to start as an intern and prove myself. Please, let me do this.
Alright then, but remember, be careful. If you need anything, let us know right away.
I knew it. You guys are the best brothers ever. I'm off to work now. Bye. Hey, remember, don't let anyone know who you really are.
Stay safe.
Hey,
Watch out. Big bro. Are we really just not going to interfere at all? Yeah, but what if someone bullies her at work?
Buy out Edgewell Group immediately. Spread the word. The Martin heiress is reporting to the planning department today. Make sure she's well taken care of.
What? Our company just got bought out by Martin Group, and the Martin heiress is coming to intern in our department? Okay, got it. Everyone, the Martin heiress is coming to intern with us. Management wants us to take good care of her. Put down whatever you're working on, and come downstairs with me to welcome her. Hurry. You too. Make sure to get on the Martin heiress's good side. Promotions and raises are just around the corner.
Yes, sir.
Guang.
Ling A 989 NB. Hi, everyone. I'm the new intern, starting today. My name's Mu Shui.
Hello, miss.
No way. Did I really get found out on my first day? My brothers, seriously.
What are you guys doing?
Miss Mu, I'm the manager of the planning department. My name's Yang Jia. I already know you're the Martin family's heiress.
Wait, are they mistaking me for the Martin family's young lady? If I play along with this identity, maybe I'll get a full-time offer soon. That's me. I'm the Martin young lady. But, since you've already figured out who I am, there's no need for me to hide it anymore. We're all colleagues now. Just call me Mu Shui.
You say, you're the Martin young lady.
But you rode here on a scooter? Not your place to talk.
Step aside.
Exactly. Look at Miss Martin, her bag, her clothes. Then look at you. You look so cheap.
Me?
Miss Martin comes to work in a Maserati. You showed up on a scooter and still question her identity. You really have no sense.
That Maserati's license plate.
Looks awfully familiar.
Alright.
Let's stop with the nonsense. The sun's pretty harsh out here.
Miss Martin, let's head inside.
I'm actually the real Martin young lady. How could they mistake someone else? Well, whatever. Guess it's a good chance to learn.
Where's my desk?
This position is the best spot in our entire office. Warm in winter, cool in summer, extremely private, perfect for slacking off. Hee hee.
Miss Murphy, please have a seat.
You're Wang Yun, right? Doing well, I see.
So where's my position?
Your position is over there.
Miss Murphy.
Whatever. It's just 8 hours anyway. I'm here to work, not to enjoy myself.
You too, make sure you take good care of Miss Murphy. Don't let her experience any displeasure whatsoever, understand?
Yes, yes. Miss Murphy, you've been out in the sun for so long. You must be hot, right? Let me get you some water.
Well, I prefer iced Americano. Just let that new person, what's her name, get it for me.
Miss Murphy wants you to get her a coffee.
Why should I?
Just go when you're told. Why so many questions? Miss Murphy, I'll first.
Miss Murphy. Your coffee.
It's so hot. Are you trying to burn me? Jeez.
So demanding.
Why don't you get it yourself? I'm here to work, not to run errands.
Miss Murphy asked you to get coffee. What's the problem?
She's also an intern.
Why can she?
Order people around?
She's the Murphy family's young lady. Who are you?
Hurry up and get Miss Murphy another cup.
Vivian Murphy, you did that on purpose. You did that on purpose, didn't you?
Vivian Murphy, you can't even handle this small task. What kind of intern are you?
She suddenly stood up herself.
You dare to argue? Look what you've done to Miss Murphy's dress. Can you afford to pay for it?
This dress of mine is a YSI haute couture. It costs several $1,000,000. How can you possibly compensate?
Yours is YSI haute couture.
This one I'm wearing was specially customized from abroad. Was specially customized from abroad. Was specially customized from abroad. By my brother, CEO Murphy of Murphy Group. You couldn't afford it even if you sold yourself.
Yours isn't authentic. It's a high-quality fake.
What nonsense are you talking about?
The Honorable Miss Murphy would never wear counterfeit goods.
That's right, that's right. Who do you think you are? You can tell real from fake with just one glance, because this haute
Couture piece is one of a kind globally, and that one is hanging in my closet.
Ha ha ha. You, haute couture? Someone who rides an electric scooter to work? Who would believe that?
Don't compare your street market goods with my haute couture.
Well, let me tell you. This haute couture uses top-grade silk satin fabric. When burned, it leaves white powder, not black resin. How about it? If you dare, cut a piece and test it.
Are you kidding me? How can I wear this dress if I cut it?
Oh, I get it. You just want to deliberately ruin my dress. So you won't have to pay for it, right?
You're the Murphy family's young lady. Surely you wouldn't treasure a single haute couture piece that much.
Since it's our first day at work, I won't bother arguing with you.
Miss Murphy is kind-hearted and doesn't want to argue with commoners like you. Hurry up and thank Miss Murphy.
She's the one wearing fake goods. Why should I apologize?
What's all this noise during work hours?
Supervisor, Vivian Murphy stained Miss Murphy's dress and claimed Miss Murphy's dress is a counterfeit.
Miss Murphy has a noble status. How could she possibly wear fake goods? Did you see wrong? Apologize quickly.
I just remembered. YSI happens to have a direct store in our city. Why doesn't Miss Murphy take us there to see for ourselves? We can check if your dress is real or fake.
By the way, our company's anniversary gala is coming up, and I've been worried about not having a suitable dress. It would be great if I could borrow a dress from YSI.
You're dreaming. YSI dresses are never loaned out, and I've heard they only open for members. How could we get in?
That's not difficult at all. The Murphy family is a top-tier wealthy family. How could Miss Murphy not be able to get in? Isn't that right?
Well, it's work hours now. Going out without permission doesn't seem appropriate. What do you think, Supervisor Young?
If we could take this opportunity to get a custom-made suit for the anniversary gala, wouldn't that be impressive? It's only about 2 hours until the end of the workday. Since we have 2 newcomers to the company, why don't we do some team building?
Well, Miss Murphy, please take us to broaden our horizons.
Ah.
All right. Since Supervisor Young has spoken, I'll take you too, to see the world.
I want to see who this Murphy Snow really is. Daring to impersonate me.
I've already called the driver. In a while, a Rolls-Royce will come to pick us up.
That's great. I've never ridden in a Rolls-Royce in my entire life.
Space is limited. You'll have to ride your beloved little scooter there.
There aren't enough spots. Why don't you just take the stretch limo? That thing seats like a dozen people.
Miss Moo, a stretch Rolls-Royce. Right? Is it really like what you see on TV? You can drink and party?
Yeah, Miss Moo, exactly. Since you're driving over anyway, why not let us see what it's like?
My dad's just a driver. It's not like I can just take it whenever I want. Oh, that one? It's having some issues, so it's at the shop.
But didn't I see it in your garage this morning?
How do you know all these details?
Huh, me? I was just guessing.
Let's go. Get in the car.
A 5, tar 5, tar A. Mouchoir.
You're just my family's driver.
Don't forget your place.
Why do I feel like that driver just now looked like someone from my family? Whatever, I'll just go by myself.
Hey, little sis, where are you going? I'll give you a ride.
Big bro.
Didn't I tell you not to come looking for me at the office?
I just thought, it's your first day at work, so I take you out to celebrate. Your second and third brothers are here too. Come on, get in the car, hurry up.
Big bro, you go meet up with the others first. I still have some things to do with my coworkers.
All right.
Mooey, weren't you riding your little e-scooter?
Oh, my scooter ran out of battery, so I called a rideshare.
Are you kidding? You can get a luxury car on a rideshare app.
Maybe I just got lucky.
That's what I thought. Let's see how long.
You can keep pretending.
Let me tell you.
Her family has.
So many.
Blinged out outfits.
Sorry, but you can't go in. What do you mean by that?
Open your eyes and look carefully. You're stopping the eldest Miss Moo.
The eldest Miss Moo. No. I'm sorry. Our store only serves members. Please show your black membership card.
Hey, what's with this staff? Our Miss Moo came here herself, and you still need a black card?
Sorry, that's our policy. If you offend Miss Moo, you'll be in trouble later. And you even have the same name as me. Miss Moo, show them your black card.
What do I do?
I don't even have a black card.
Come on, just take out your black card, and show us. Don't tell me you don't have one.
Ugh. Who said I don't? I just forgot to bring it.
Well, just tell them your card number then.
Those card numbers are so long. How would I remember it?
No way. There are less than 20 people in the whole city with a black card for this place. The numbers are only 2 digits. You can't even remember that?
What do you know? Miss Moo usually just waits at home for clothes to be delivered. She never needs her black card, so of course she can't remember. Right, Miss Moo?
You're actually right. Usually, they just send the clothes to my house.
Such a good actress.
Just wait. I'll call someone to bring my black card over.
I don't even remember where I put that card. How would she know?
Go to the Moo house now, and bring the YSI black card to the store.
That's the eldest Mrs. stuff. I can't just touch it.
You have to go. If I can't get into the store today, I'll totally lose face. It's just a little thing I'm asking. Why are you making such a fuss?
Alright, I got it.
Sorry, my family's driver is bringing the card over right now. Can we go in now?
Of course, right this way.
Let's go.
HMPH.
Wow.
YSI really lives up to the hype. It's gorgeous in here.
Feel free to look around.
Wow. This dress is stunning. Can I try it on?
Sorry, that dress was custom made by the Moo Group's CEO for his sister. No one else can try it on. Moo Shui, so that's made just for you? Your brother really spoils you.
Let me try it on for a second.
Sorry, there are still some finishing touches needed, so it's not available to try on yet.
It's fine. It'll be mine sooner or later anyway.
Aren't you guys forgetting why we're here? Hey, help her check if this dress is real or a knockoff.
Is that even a question? Of course it's real. She's the eldest Miss Moo. There's no way she'd wear a fake.
Maybe you wear fakes so much, you think everyone else does too.
If it's a knockoff or not, the staff can just check and tell us.
I'm very sorry. This dress you're wearing is a knockoff.
What are you talking about?
Did you make a mistake? How could it possibly be a knockoff?
Miss Parker, how could she possibly wear fake goods?
I've been working at our store for 5 or 6 years now. I absolutely wouldn't make a mistake. This dress of yours, first, the material is wrong. And the stitching is rough. I can tell just by looking.
Miss Parker, what do you have to say for yourself now?
That's ridiculous. I'm the prestigious Miss Parker, worth over 100 million. Why would I need to wear knockoffs? Humph, as for you all. You dare to insult me today, don't you know? I can have your store shut down.
That's right. They must have made a mistake. Perhaps Miss Parker was deceived. I'm telling the truth. Even if Mr. Parker himself came, I'd say the same thing. Go ahead and file a complaint if you want.
Hey, this store employee, your attitude is terrible. You've offended the Parker family's daughter.
Let's see how you survive this. Is she really Miss Parker? That's not even certain yet. What did you just say? You dare question Miss Parker's identity?
Sophia.
I suggest you call Mr. Parker and have this rude employee fired.
Go ahead and call.
I will.
I want to see if you really have my brother's number.
No answer. My brother is extremely busy. How would he have time for these trivial matters?
What's all this noise about?
You, oh.
Isn't that Sophia's older brother? Mr. Parker?
What trouble is my little sister causing now?
Hello, Mr. Parker. I've long admired your reputation. I'm Jason Young from the planning department at Ace Group. It's an honor to meet you.
Mr. Parker, you must stand up for Miss Parker. This store employee not only accused Miss Parker of wearing fakes, but her attitude was extremely rude. Someone like her doesn't deserve to work at Parker Group. Say something, Miss Parker.
Brother Nathan.
Knockoff.
Mr. Parker, what she's wearing is indeed a knockoff.
Then follow protocol. Handle it according to policy. Put them on the blacklist. Never serve them again. Little sister, come with me.
Sophia. Sophia, what's going on?
Yeah, I heard that. The Parker family's 3 brothers love their sister the most. Why did your brother treat you like that?
Why, didn't he just expose me for not being his sister? Well, at least he didn't expose me. My brother manages the entire Parker Group. Of course he has to follow the rules. Besides, as the Parker family's daughter, if this incident got out through that employee, it would affect the Parker Group's image.
That makes sense. Mr. Parker must be protecting you. But your clothes.
These clothes must have been switched by some dishonest servant at home. When I get back, I'll investigate and punish them severely.
Hey, where's Diana?
Here she comes.
Congratulations on your first day.
At work, little sister. Applause.
First brother, second brother, third brother. Didn't we agree to keep my identity secret? What if my colleagues find out with you all making such a scene?
Little sister, don't worry. This private room has excellent soundproofing.
Big brother almost exposed your identity earlier.
Little sister, I wanted to ask you. What game are you playing now? Why can't we reveal your identity?
It's because of that colleague. I found out on my first day. Someone is impersonating me.
What?
Who dares to bully my sister?
Hey.
Let's get the facts first.
Have you heard of?
Someone named Sophia Parker. Sophia. Never heard of her.
But don't worry, little sister. I'll have someone investigate. Should I announce your identity to the whole country?
Stop right there. I don't want to live under everyone's scrutiny every day. Don't worry, I have my own methods. She won't last much longer.
In a few days, it's the company anniversary. They require formal attire. Where am I going to find a beautiful and impressive dress?
Exactly. I was hoping to borrow one from YSI last time. But who knew? Sophia. Was that YSI dress from last time custom made for you?
Ah, well.
You must look absolutely stunning in it.
That goes without saying. I'd definitely outshine everyone.
Alright. I'll help you both with your dresses. I have plenty of new ones in my closet. Just take a couple. They're all authentic.
Thank you so much, Sophia.
That's the Parker family's daughter for you. So generous.
It's nothing.
Now let's see how you're going to steal my dress.
MIA Lee, what are you doing here? Shush.
Keep your voice down. Someone might catch us.
What are you trying to do? Are you stealing Miss Zoe's clothes?
Don't make it sound so harsh. I'm just borrowing them. I'll return them when I'm done.
MIA, stop it. Don't go pretending to be the heiress out there again.
If you were really capable, would I not even be able to afford a single evening gown? Instead of blaming me, why don't you reflect on yourselves? If you get
caught, you could end up in jail.
If you don't tell and I don't tell, who's going to find out? That's it. I'll return them when I'm done. Pack up.
Mia Lee. No wonder it's you. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be able to wear such a gorgeous dress.
Exactly. I've never worn such a beautiful gown in my whole life.
By the way, Mia, why aren't you wearing the dress that Mr. Garcia had custom made for you?
Oh. That one? I think it's too flashy. I wanted to keep it low-key.
Oh, right. There's a rumor going around that, at tonight's company anniversary, they're going to announce that Garcia Group has acquired our company. And Mr. Garcia will announce the identity of the Garcia heiress right there.
What did you say?
MIA. What's wrong? Mr. Garcia is going to announce your identity. You should be happy.
Happy? I'm just a little too surprised. Isn't that Vivian Garcia?
Why is she wearing the dress?
Mr. Garcia had custom made for you.
Vivian Garcia.
Why are you wearing Mia's dress?
This dress was mine to begin with.
That's funny. We all saw it at YSI that day. The store clerk said right to our faces that this gown was custom made by Mr. Garcia for MIA Lee. For MIA Lee.
The clerk said, this dress was made by Mr. Garcia for his younger sister. And I am his younger sister.
Ha ha ha, oh wow. You're Mr. Garcia's sister? Then I must be the wife of the world's richest man. Who knows what your real story is? Stop pretending to be someone you're not.
Exactly. I bet this dress of yours isn't even the real thing. Where'd you get the knockoff?
Vivian, I know you're jealous of me. But in a place like this, wearing a fake isn't going to get you anywhere. Honestly, you should just leave.
I told you. This dress is a one-of-a-kind, authentic piece made just for me. Unlike the ones you're all wearing. If I remember right, those are years-old designs. If Mia really is the Garcia heiress, why would she let you wear outdated dresses?
You don't know what you're talking about.
Even if ours are old styles, they're better than some cheap knockoff.
Exactly. Just wait till you get exposed. How embarrassing will that be?
You don't need to worry about me.
Could it be that her dress really is the genuine article? Is the rumor Wanyan heard actually true? If Garcia Group really announces the identity of their heiress tonight, I'll be totally humiliated. No way. I need to figure something out.
Where's Mia? She was just here.
Relax, relax. Aren't they about to announce her identity? Maybe she went to get ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, there are two major announcements tonight.
First,
Azure Group has officially been acquired by Garcia Group. All shares under Azure Group will be transferred to the Garcia heiress.
So that means, Mia Lee is now chairwoman of Azure? Good thing I never messed with her.
Time to cozy up to maybe I'll get a promotion and a raise.
Second, my younger sister, the heiress of Garcia Group, has finally been found. She is. Sis, why are you wearing a mask?
Bro. I just want to keep a low profile. I don't want everyone to see my face. Look.
Isn't that Mia?
But why is she wearing a mask?
Because she's not actually the Garcia heiress.
MIA isn't the Garcia heiress, then you are.
That's right.
I am the Garcia heiress.
Sorry, Mr. Garcia, my intern didn't know any better. I'll have her escorted out right now. What are you two waiting for? Get her out of here. Hurry up.
You.
MIA.
If you say you're the Garcia heiress, take off your mask. If you dare, let everyone see who you really are.
Looks like luck is finally on my side.
How could she not be the eldest daughter of the Mu family? We all clearly saw her getting out of the Mu family's Rolls Royce.
It must be that Vivian Garcia is jealous of her, so she's trying to bring her down.
Vivian Garcia, I'm warning you, stop making up nonsense here.
What's true is true. You can't fake the real thing.
Mr. Mew.
Tell us, who exactly is your younger sister?
Of course my younger sister is.
Vivian Garcia.
It's over.
This.
How is this possible?
It's over. No way. Then what about those Rolls Royces and the black cards?
Then you should ask Miss Mu right here. How she used my family's cars, and how she stole my dresses. Mu Shui. Are you saying you didn't steal anything? Everyone. Please look at the big screen.
No.
Don't believe them. This video is edited. It's fake.
You say it's fake. But then why are you all wearing custom dresses made for the Mu family's eldest daughter by top brands?
That's right.
The dresses we're wearing are high-quality knockoffs, not the originals.
Touch it and see. For these designer custom dresses, to prevent counterfeits, they always sew a unique code inside the dress.
Mu Shui.
Theft is theft. What else do you want to argue?
Bring them in.
Mom, Dad.
Mom.
We told you not to be so vain, but you wouldn't listen. And now, how do you feel now? Are you happy?
Zoo.
Mom, I didn't do anything wrong.
Just admit it.
Someone. Take Mu Shui to the police station and charge her with grand larceny. Mu Shui's parents. The contract is terminated. The Mu Corporation will never hire you again.
Mu Shui. Do you know, every dress you stole is worth over $1 million? Tell me, how many years do you think you should get?
Miss Mu, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have pretended to be you. Please, just give me one more chance. Please forgive me, okay, Miss Mu?
What's yours is yours. What isn't? Don't even think about it.
Miss Mu, I swear I'll never do it again. Please, have mercy, Miss Mu. I swear I'll never do it again. Please, spare me.
Miss Mu. We didn't know anything.
Yeah, Miss Mu. It was all Mu Shui. She tricked us. We didn't know anything.
Right.
Please, forgive us just this once.
From today on, you're all fired from the Mu Corporation. From now on, you'll never work for us again.
Miss Mu.
We'll never do it again, Miss Mu.
I officially announce that Vivian Garcia is our true younger sister. From now on, anyone who tries to bully her is going against the Mu Corporation. You'll always be the little sister your brothers love most.